Hi, welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today I'm sharing one more match from the Woodburn Games Energon Invitational Qualifier. This has been my first opportunity to actually play against the Blaster deck that's been going around. I don't know if this is the exact same deck list as Vector Sigma, but we do have Blaster and Firedrive here against General Optimus, Wheeljack, and Drag Strip. And my opponent is actually Jason Brown of On Bean Designs. He's the guy who does the Wreckin' Rules tokens. If you haven't checked out his Etsy store before, he's a local Cincinnatian. But he got the flip, or he got the dice roll, so he gets to go first, and he flips Blaster to deploy Lionizer. He gets to play a card off the top. He's got the improvised shield. He decides to put that on Lionizer. I guess either him or Blaster makes sense. I don't know how much blue he's actually running in the deck. It may have been one where if he's not running any blue, it may have just been better to not play it and just scrap it to get it back into his shuffle. But I guess he's not anticipating Lionizer living long. I was just showing him what Wheeljack, Optimus Prime, and Drag Strip do, and I think he forgot to draw his card at the beginning of his turn. But there are his flips, Firedrive going into Wheeljack, putting some damage on him. So I've got 3 damage on Wheeljack. I know I'm playing an aggro deck, and I'm trying to think of my next turn. Lionizer's probably going to attack. If he has, escape route or something, he'll get his other guy deployed, which I think would put me behind. I'm thinking maybe I want to just try and kill Firedrive on this turn. Wheeljack being in alt mode when I play the grenade launcher lets me draw and scrap a card, and then I do get the matrix, so I get to draw 2 from Drag Strip, and I'm swinging 9 into Firedrive, which does not kill Firedrive. And yeah, there are some of the tokens that Jason makes. He draws. There's the escape route to get him back to alt mode so he can flip back to bot mode and deploy Headstrong. That's not the right Rhino name. Ramhorn. And he got to also play off the top, which is Confidence. So that's pretty good on his part. I like the Blaster deck. I gotta play it myself, I think. And there he gets a Supercharge. And he's trying to play the Energon Axe, but obviously Steeljaw does not have damage on him, so he can't play the Energon Axe on Steeljaw. But Steeljaw with Bold 3 is still going to hit pretty hard. I think I'm pretty okay with that and not going into Wheeljack here. Yeah. So he does kill Drag Strip. So now, okay, I've got Firedrive, Steeljaw, I can attack. Firedrive's got some damage on him, but I think the smarter move is to swing into Steeljaw. I flip Optimus Prime, give him his own Tough and Bold, since I know that he's going to be swung into next. And it's tough here, right? I've already got some damage on Wheeljack, so I want to protect him. With Firedrive and Steeljaw already attacking, I treasure hunt to try and get some upgrades. All 4 are upgrades. I'm hoping to get a good weapon. I'm happy to play a mining pick on Optimus because I think I had some useless double red pips or double orange pips in my hand that I wanted to plan. So my mining pick becomes +3. Yeah, and there's a piece through Tyranny going into Lionizer. Or not Lionizer, Steeljaw. In the video I keep calling him Lionizer, which I know is confusing because the other weapon, right, Firedrive and Steeljaw. So, Steeljaw's gone. That's okay. Now I'm going to have to attack into Ramhorn and let Wheeljack be open to a Blaster attack, which I'm not super happy about. I'm trying to think, my opponent went first, and they got the espionage, or not the espionage, the escape route, which let them get their guys out really quickly. I wonder if that was just kind of a bad draw on my part. Them putting damage onto Wheeljack also makes him one-shottable, I think, with the way their deck is set up. Nothing on my tough, so I am taking 7 damage there. That's rough. Optimus is pretty hurt. Wheeljack is in one-shot range if he's got a grenade launcher or something on Blaster. I flip Optimus back to get Wheeljack his bold and tough. Wheeljack is sitting at bold 4, but I really don't have a good target to direct it to. There's the Energon Axe on Wheeljack since he does have some damage on him already. And really it's just Headstrong. I know that my opponent can play, or Ramhorn, not Headstrong. He can play an armor. I don't think he had one in hand. So that is 14 damage going into Ramhorn. Really would have liked to have directed that into Blaster, but it's tough. So he's got a Blaster attack. If he kills Wheeljack, I think he's winning this game. He could finish off Optimus, but I think that's not the right play, because I think I could kill Blaster with Wheeljack. And I think from this camera angle, he's holding a grenade launcher in hand. Yeah, there's a grenade launcher on Blaster. Oh, and he's going into General Optimus. Interesting. Yeah. So, he does kill Optimus Prime. Maybe Firedrive can kill Wheeljack in one hit also, but I think that was a mistake on my opponent's part. Blaster, I think, would have been much more likely to survive a bold 1 Optimus Prime hit than a bold 3 Wheeljack hit. And I'm trying to think of what action. So I play the Matrix to give myself the +1, since I've already got the Energon and I don't have a grenade launcher. And I Reckless, and maybe this was a mistake on my part. If I had a press to do a pump, I don't know if I had a press in hand, and I think I just needed to kill Blaster. But let's do some quick math. I need 15 to kill Blaster, and I was sitting at 10 on Wheeljack. I know I counted my double pips from the scrap pile, so I think I did the math there, and I thought the only real opportunity for me to kill Blaster was with the Reckless. So I'm swinging with 19. So I think I didn't need the Reckless. And now Wheeljack is at 6 damage on him, which puts him very killable with a good fire driver hit. So I don't know. I guess I'd be curious, if you're watching this, what would you have done? Would you have used the Reckless at that range? Obviously, we can't look and see what exactly was in my scrap pile right then. No, yeah, so I needed, I think he had me right there. I needed a blue flip, which I had it in the deck, but I didn't get it. So Jason wins game 1. And here, I think I made another mistake. Jason's not sideboarding. I think I should have gone double prime here. If you saw from my previous video, I had a double prime sideboard with both Optimuses and then blue cards. And I elected not to sideboard into it here, which was a mistake on my part. My sideboard was a lot of blue direct damage, and going too wide would have prevented him from getting the flips he needed to deploy his team. So I think that was a costly mistake in game 2. Game 1, maybe I didn't need the Reckless Charge, maybe if I had some other pump, or just without the pump, I guess the math, right, I might have been able to hit 15. I think knowing the cards that we flipped, I would have hit 15, but maybe without it, I could have been more confident in hitting 15 to get the kill I needed. But now I think going 3-wide here was a misstep. One other thing to note is here, both Jason and I forgot to flip Blaster into alt mode. We correct the math later, but I go first, and I decide to go Drag Strip to put some damage onto Blaster. So here, Blaster takes 4 damage. I think he should have actually taken 3, and we will fix that later in the match. So yeah, my thinking here is get Drag Strip out. He goes ahead and he plays Field Communicator, which lets him scrap the Treasure Hunt, and you play that, and he plays that to play. He doesn't find any weapons, he just has actions. And there he gets his escape route, so that is a very bad turn 1 for me. That's a strength of the blaster deck, right? Is it does get you to do a lot with the deck list. So he's got Steeljaw out, he's got Blaster back in defensive alt mode. There we fix the damage. And Firedrive goes into Drag Strip. So yeah, had I sideboarded properly, I think then I also would have chosen to go second maybe. That's something to think about. So I think had I gone too tall with Optimus Prime Battlefield Legend, I could have gone first, swung maybe, and tried to immediately kill Firedrive, and maybe I could kill Firedrive and basically prevent Blaster from getting a second turn, or a third turn rather. With the cards laid out the way they were with the escape route being activated by Blaster, it's a tall order, but I think that would have been the smarter strategy on my part. So, General Optimus swings, he does not kill Firedrive. This is not going well for me. There is, my opponent is 4 wide and I've got 2 guys tapped. I'm hoping for a turbo booster or, you know, getting an untap effect to get Drag Strip to have another swing, because I feel like at this opportunity, Steeljaw is going to go into Optimus Prime. Grenade launcher on Steeljaw. And there is the focus 1. And 11 into Optimus Prime. He blocks 2 of it, so he takes 9. Here, hopefully I draw a turbo booster, which I do not, I believe. And there, no turbo booster either. So that is me in a pretty desperate position at this point. All those cards, not much to do with them. I mean, I can kill Lionizer with Wheeljack, but then that leaves my guys pretty vulnerable. He'll be able to kill General Optimus and put a big hurt on Wheeljack. Maybe kill Wheeljack if he plays correctly. And man, I'm glad I sped this game up, because me taking this long to think is a bit embarrassing. Obviously, it's going at 200 speed. So I flip General Optimus back, give Wheeljack the bold, because Optimus doesn't need his own tough. He's not going to survive a hit. And here I was debating Firedrive versus Steeljaw. I was thinking about killing Firedrive for the piece through Tyranny to avoid that effect. But I decided to go into Steeljaw to try and kill him. Which, obviously he had the force field, so I couldn't. I think that was a misplan on my part too. I should have. That was a kind of a. I had 2 bad options, I guess. I could have killed Firedrive, but then he would have had a blaster equipped, or a Firedrive equipped blaster to swing into Wheeljack. So I was thinking I didn't want Firedrive dead yet. That was really my only thought. Now Steeljaw gives everyone else bold. Ramhorn has an erratic lightning. And he gets a wheel turn here. And there's a supercharge, so I think he is going Ramhorn into Wheeljack here to make sure he gets the kill. Yep. So Wheeljack takes 8 damage there. And then Blaster to clean up General Optimus. Which I'm kind of surprised by. I think I would have equipped the Supercharge and the Erratic Lightning onto Blaster, swung him into Wheeljack. But yeah, now with the position I'm in, it's not looking great. I mean, an Energon Axe equipped Drag Strip could kill Steeljaw. Flip Wheeljack back for a turn. Go ahead and upgrade with a mining pick to draw and scrap to see if I can find something. And Drag Strip has... He's swinging with 4. I'm trying to think of how much damage. I think I'm thinking of attacking Blaster here. But I don't see myself getting to 11. So I could do 6 to kill Steeljaw. I think that's achievable. And I plan to give myself the pump. And 10 into Steeljaw. Or sorry, it's 9. I miscounted. 9 into Steeljaw. And Steeljaw dies. He was blocking 2 of it. So now at least the bold for everyone is off the table, but I really need to pray for I need to hope that Drag Strip survives and then I get to untap, and that I think seems to be a tall order. There's a Static Laser of Ironhide, so Drag Strip is going to be pretty dead. But he's actually not swinging with Firedrive, which I'm surprised by. I guess he didn't want to leave both his guys open after, because Firedrive would, right? Would he die from the Static Laser? And Drag Strip is dead. And now I get 1 swing with Wheeljack. I've got the weapon in the scrap pile, so I'll have his bold 3. But I mean, there's just, he's got too much damage on him. So here I'm weighing my options. I could upgrade him, draw and play a card to hopefully find something to pump him and leave him in vehicle mode so he has a little more defense. But against a Firedrive swing and a Blaster swing, I mean, I think it's game over and I'm just in denial a little bit. There's a grenade launcher. That lets me kill Ramhorn. 11 into Ramhorn. So, Blaster and Firedrive get their swing in. Bigger they are on Blaster gives him the pierce. So bigger they are on Firedrive. And a Static Laser on Blaster. So that is game. Good game for my opponent. And that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day.